Hey guys, it's me, Purple Moon AJ, and today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to be a good clan medicine cat on Animal Jam. So, I have a clan, and I couldn't really make anything out of Leaf Clan, so forget about that. Maybe when I get more subscribers, I'll reboot it up back again. All my members quit. Well, that's okay, I can deal with it. I'm Purple Moon, I'm strong, I am fire. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is... Okay guys, first you have to make sure you know everything about herbs. This is actually on a website that I found. I'll post a link in the description in case you are a medicine cat of your own clan. So we have things like alderbark, blackberry leaves, boar's leaves, burdock root, catmint. There's a lot of things on this website. I love it because they don't only list herbs, they list non-herbal medicine like cobwebs, honey, mouse pile, and wild garlic. By the way, guys, in case you didn't know what bile means, sorry for those younger viewers that are watching, but I'm just trying to describe it as mouse urine. How about that? I'm just going to describe it as that. And for non-herbal treatments, like for physical ones, and then it tells you how to take care of your herbs, other herbs to keep in the medicine den. These are usually poison ones. Oh, and these are already some comments that some people wrote. And make sure you try to memorize these, or at least have this page on your web browser that you can get in like 2 seconds. And make sure you put say things like puts alderbark in den, or makes marigold poultice. I don't know. Okay, so your next step to be a good medicine cat is to make sure your den has lots of herbs and is close to a source of water. This is actually not my den, it's my pack leader's den. I joined their clan and now I'm their medicine cat. Medicine wolf, you could say so, but medicine cats are more common. So it doesn't matter if they're better plants or not. Cactus works well, baby palm trees work well, hanging ivy. Of course, you don't have to have this nature archway. And of course some mats to make sure that the cat and you are comfortable. And I have this here, the big pine tree. Ugh! Something's wrong with my lag. Anyway, I have this big pine tree here that sometimes I say things like picks needle out of pine or something like that. I don't know. And the next thing to be medicine cat is to speak correctly. For example, you might not speak like this. Out of here! There's an enemy! Run! That's how a hunter or a warrior in a pack would probably scream or shake for, I don't know, we have guards here too. That's how they would probably react. And then you have to say something like, first, don't use all capitals. Speak like you would in spelling class. Quick! Put the kit... not the pups, okay? This can be substituted for kits if you're in a clan. Pups in the nursery and guard the camp. Something like that. Something that shows you're a wise person, not just like, you're freaking out, yeah. I don't know. My keyboard sounds weird today. I don't know why. And another thing, when nothing's happening, you can either say something like, if your leader walks by, you can ask something like Alpha, or depending on your leader's name, like 5-star or blue star. Alpha, may you help me gather herbs, something like that. And if you want to be doing something, like for example, picking palm leaves, you have to put either this in front of your speech, you have to put this in front of your speech, you can put this in front of your speech, or you can put this in front of your speech, which is what I use, like, gather, something's wrong with my, gathers, and make sure not to misspell anything, gathers palm leaves to make a poultice. And you can also say things that other warrior cats say, but in a calmer way, like twitches tail nervously. And of course, the most normal position for a medicine cat to be, since they're not hunting or guarding or making up rules for the pack or the clan is to sit and gather herbs. So the next thing to be a good medicine cat is you have to look the part. For example, you wouldn't be wearing a fedora, a princess necklace, a shark fin, and reindeer slippers. Even though that looks really stupid and nobody would actually use that, I've seen several medicine cats in some clans dress up with all nature things just because they think that it makes them look good. And when they can't find any nature stuff, they have to pick something that looks like it, and then you end up with something really silly. So, first thing is to use soft colors. The one no-no to avoid is black, dark gray, and dark brown. I use light brown, white, and some pink splotches to go with my headdress. And make sure you use things that are from nature. For example, think of bird feathers from something that you've caught. Pine cone necklaces are good. I'm using a leaf necklace to match with my headdress. So you can use anything from nature there. For my back, you can use a sword. Since there's no really plant-related things, you can also use a ward, but I use a sword most of the time because it doesn't cover up my fur as much. And and for legs, you might want to use one of these or the simple elf bracelets that coordinate with your pattern color. That's what I use. I don't know. And for your tail, I just like to leave it like that since who uses tail armor in the wild? You could also use pets, but make sure that they don't look too civilized. I have no option there because pretty much all my pets are civilized. Oh, it's my friend. I will be back with you in a minute. I'll be back with you in a minute, yeah. Okay, guys, so the next step to being a good medicine cat is making sure that you have an apprentice. Yeah, this is an optional step, but when you have an apprentice, it's not so much as if the actual apprentice is mattering, but if they have a good name, like if they choose a name like Pixel Cherry, you're going to pick something like Leaf Paw, Ash Paw, Orchid Paw, Tulip Paw. Usually plants are in their names. And I don't have an apprentice right now, but if you would ask them things like, I have like random people interrupting my video. You'd say things like, now insert your name here. I'm not actually doing that. I'm going to use leaf pod as an example. Which herb cures coughs? You have to make sure that you know more about them yourself. And just in case you were wondering, Tansy is good for coughs. Anyway, and you have to make sure that you take them out regularly to places like Serapia Forest. And the thing to make it more authentic, you can click on a plant in there like mushrooms, and you can find it with them, and you can tell them all about them by looking in your journey book. Hey, it's useful for something. Not only non-members do them. Anyway, so. And I think that just about sums it up for this video. And the last thing I want to add is to always be kind to your clanmates. A medicine cat does not fight unless it is for the sake of her own clan. So I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that you are a good medicine cat. Hope to help you, and bye.